So, a quick word on rings in RuneScape Cabbage. There's a few custom rings using several different gems. I'm going to go through them and explain what they do. So the first one, the Dwarven ring, is made from an opal ring, which you enchant using the level 1 enchant jewelry. And what it does, it helps making cannonballs. Usually if you make cannonballs, one steel bar will yield you one cannonball. This multiplies that into 4 cannonballs, so highly worth it. As you see, it has 29 charges, which means if you wield it, you have a cannonball mold in your inventory. It means you can use the 29 steel bars you have to make cannonballs. These do take a long time. Ideally, you walk back and forth between a place that has a furnace short to a bank, Alcarit for example. The second one is pretty much like you get in RS2. It's a ring of recoil, which means during combat it does reflect some damage towards your opponent. It does have 40 charges as you see, as you inspect it. The emerald ring can be enchanted into a ring of splendor using the level 2 jewelry enchant. What this does is it multiplies coin drops. Every coin drop you get is multiplied by 10 with a maximum of 1000 GP per coin drop. It's not the most commonly used because in this version, however, there's not much NPCs that have good coin drops. The Ring of Forging, once again, is very similar towards what happens in later versions of RuneScape itself. It helps smelting iron. So indeed, it has 75 charges to begin with. What this means, and this is unlike RS2, what this means is 75 fails will be turned into successes. In later versions, it has 140 charges, which means it just lost 140 ores. In this case, it fixes 75 failures, so it's a little better than that. After that, it crumbles. Once again, in line with what you know from later versions, or don't know, the Ring of Life, this helps you in the aspect that it teleports you away once your hit points drop below 10% of what the maximum can be. So if you have 75 HP, for example, once you drop below 7 HP, it'll teleport you towards Lumbridge, but in safety and without loss of items. Do note, this only works in cases where you can actually teleport away with other means. So beyond a certain level of wilderness, this will not save you. Do keep in mind that some NPCs, like the King Black Dragon, have max hits that are higher than 10% of your HP, so it's not a guaranteed safety. And then as for the Dragonstone jewelry, there's two particular options here. If you use the level 4 enchant for these, the level 5 enchant spell, you get two options, either the Ring of Wealth or the Ring of Avarice. The Ring of Wealth is once again in line with later versions. What this does is it increases the access rate you have towards certain monsters on the towards certain forms of the rare drop table. It means you both get a higher access rate, and it also removes some of the empty slots from the rare drop table. Net, you eventually get approximately a double chance to get items from the rare drop table. So it's a good one to wield when doing bosses or high dragons or whatever. The Ring of Avarice, however, is one that's particularly new in this version. This has a lot of benefits. What it does is it auto picks up any stackable drop you get during combat. This means that if you fight NPCs that drop runes or coins or arrows, they automatically get picked up. But this also means that if you wield this when ranging, the arrows you drop on the floor from shooting yourself are automatically picked up. And most people will agree if I say this is a game changer. So that's in short the several rings that we have in RuneScape Cabbage and what they do. If you want, you can always reread the explanations on the wiki and have fun.